Welcome, Cancer, to your mid-month December reading. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and it is mid-month, so it'll be a little bit shorter than my normal monthly readings. So let's get started. I'll give it a good shuffle here. Please remember to give me a thumbs up on this video. It does help my channel. It also helps us to connect, but even more importantly, those comments really do help us connect. I like to be able to, even if I'm just seeing your icon from your channel, not know who you are, but there is an energy that belongs to that. So it does help. Okay, what do our Cancers need to know? 3 cards, please. 3 cards. 5 of Swords. King of Swords. 3 of Cups. Oh, there's something that you're really struggling for. 9 of Pentacles. This has something to do with work, money. It could be even a project that you're working on, but it's like feeling independent. There's a goal here. I feel like the 9 of Pentacles reaches goals, Also, just so you know, I do personal readings. The link to my email is below. Just email personal reading. The 5 of Swords, this is a struggle to me. Like you're in some kind of struggle right now. There's something that you feel is pulling you back, and you're really trying to get to some answers or get to a goal here, and you feel like you're being pulled back, but not from your own self. It's like it's an outside source that's dragging you down and pulling you down, or making it hard, just making it hard. The King of Swords is popping in here. um I feel like this is like you want to take better control, and you want to have like a pinpointed direction. I almost get the feeling like you want this to be just so. And that's the feeling I'm getting from the king here. Like he wants it to be this way. He's like has a pinpointed area where he wants to end up. And I feel like you're not giving yourself any wiggle room here. And even though this is hard, not giving yourself that wiggle room is like really, almost pulling you back as well. You giving yourself some wiggle room will help. However, I do feel like this 3 of Cups, there's a slight feeling to me that this might be a warning of worrying about what other people are thinking. I don't normally get that with the 3 of Cups, but I just be careful of that. Like, are people thinking about something? Is there some kind of gossip that's bothering you right now? Um, it I normally don't get that with the 3 of Cups, so that's I feel like it's pretty clear when I get that feeling. So tell me about this 5 of Swords for our Cancers. So it's the Justice and the 6 of Swords. Yeah, you're really trying to move forward, but you're really feeling held back, but you feel like it's unfair with that Justice card here. Normally I'd say the Justice card makes you feel fair, but I don't think you feel like this is fair. And all you're trying to do is get out of a situation that you're unhappy in, or that you're not comfortable in, or something. I don't feel like there's this horrible need, but you aren't happy and you want to move forward, but that dang, there's something that's holding you back there, and it's not something you can control. Tell me about the King of Swords. So that's the 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. This might be like something that you thought would end up differently. I feel like that this is your pinpointed. You don't want to be, I'll just use the word, like upset or depressed or disappointed or whatever it is. You're not in the right frame of mind. You're headed towards, you want to start celebrating. You want to be happy. You want to be out there. That's where you're headed. You have a pinpointed area though to get you there. And the 3 of Cups. Tell me about the 3 of Cups. I want to know more about that. Okay, Devil and Knight of Swords. This is attachment to an idea. And that may be what you feel like is happening with people around you, that they may have a specific idea. That's what I feel like the attachment here is with the Devil. the devil can be addiction, but to me, sometimes I just look at it as, we're addicted to a certain way of thinking, a certain way of feeling, a certain way of being, and that's kind of what it is. But it's an idea that it's coming from other people. And the Knight of Swords, I feel like, again, is like you almost feel like because you can't get to that goal that it's making you look bad. But part of me too feels like there is this, again, you've got this certain way of doing something that you feel like you have to do it that certain way, and that may be causing part of the issue here. What do you not see? What is the unknown, unseen factor? Okay, that's the Nine of Wands. I would say, being that that's in the Seven of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, so about choices, but more importantly is the Nine of Wands. I would almost say that you're like, this is something you aren't aware of, so you don't see the energy, but you're almost there. There's a feeling that you'll be reaching that goal soon. And just a forewarning not to give up, because that's kind of the Nine of Wands in itself. Did I say Nine of Pentacles? Nine of Wands. It's the stay and fight. I feel like that what you don't realize is that you are going to reach your goals. You're almost there. We had the Ten of Wands also as a clarifier. So I would really focus on knowing that you can do this. What is the challenge for the remainder of the month for our Cancers? The challenge is the Empress, and the strength is Hangman. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're struggling with giving this any more energy. You really feel like you've been really nurturing the situation and giving it everything that you have. And I feel like with the strength, though, is that you just need to take a moment and put yourself in a different position to look at this differently. Again, maybe taking away that stringent idea of exactly how it needs to be, because there may be other ways to do it. But what this is saying, it's in your strength, so you have the ability to really put yourself into a different position. Where does this all lead for our Cancers? Okay, we've got the Page of Swords, and we've got the Knight of Swords. You've got all kinds of swords happening here. And then off the top is that Hermit card. So you're going to continue to work on this. That's the Page of Swords, and putting in the work. You're not giving up by any means, but I think if you take a look at how you could do things differently, this Page of Swords will suit you a lot better. There also may be an idea or a message coming in to really help you move forward with the idea of the Knight of Swords. Because that Knight of Swords kind of moves in chaotically. And then on top of that is the Hermit, which means there still may be some time that you need to take and figure out exactly what you want. Not exactly what you want, but understanding that you may need to like have a little more leeway in your ultimate goal here. And it's not saying your ultimate goal. I want to be careful with that. Like, reaching those goals along the way. Is there anything else we need to know? I want to know more about that Knight of Swords energy, because I think that's going to be the important key here. That is Four of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Knight. Yeah, King of Pentacles. So, yeah, the rest is done. The being rested is done. Three of Wands. You have a vision, and that's going to like bring you in. So this Knight of Swords says, yeah, I know what I want to do, and I want to be in control of that. And it probably does have to do with some kind of money as well. Also, the Fool shows up here at the bottom of the deck, which tells me that there's really good energy about jumping into this and going for it. The Hermit, you're going to take a little bit of time though and it makes sense though at the end of the year. Because that might just be an end of the year feeling here. Your advice, that's so funny. The Four of Swords, I would say don't rest too long, but also give yourself a break on how this is happening, because you're feeling like that really stuck, feeling like you can't move forward. And also that King of Swords having such a direct idea of where you want to be, give yourself a little bit of a break, because you may need to be flexible here in this situation, not with necessarily the outcome, but how to get there.